Hey folks, Rob Daniels here for the movie, TV, and video game soundtrack program Visions in Sound. That can be found every Saturday morning, 12 to 2 a.m. on FM 98.5. And if you miss the show, which, like I say, hey, does happen, you can also find me on my website, visionsinsound.ca. Okay, so something I want to get off my chest right away is that I'm sorry if this is a little bit later than my usual videos. Things came up this weekend that I couldn't get to recording and editing this video like immediately right away, so I apologize if this is past the usual 1 o'clock showing time. Again, I apologize. Please forgive me. With that in mind, we need to talk the 60th anniversary celebration of Star Trek, which is what I've been talking about basically since the beginning of the year. Every week for the last little while, I've been talking about what happened, or what's been like episode by episode by episode that I've been talking about. Some well known, some not as well or well received. So this is the thing. To truly understand, and right now there is a disappointment that's going on with the fans of the lack of response in the 60th anniversary. Now, there's been a bit more movement on that front. If you've watched the last couple of episodes of Strange New Worlds, you will understand. There is a... what's the word? There is a concern. And I'm going to bring this up here, but I might do a separate video on it as well. I think the reason why fans and those are concerned is that if they wait for the 70th or the 75th anniversary to celebrate these things, we may not have the Star Trek, or we may not have any living Star Trek original series Star Trek actors left. It's morbid. It's a morbid thing to say, but it's true. These guys are not getting any younger, and it's George Takei, Walter Koenig, and William Shatner that are the ones that are the main crew that are left. I'm sure that there are others that were, I mean, obviously there's the other series to talk about. So that's my concern. So let's take us back to 1991 for the 25th anniversary of the show. So I have to take us back to 1991. I was 21 years old. I was a kid. And I just remember the Star Trek celebration seemed to be everywhere. You couldn't turn on TV without seeing something about Star Trek, about its 25th anniversary. Now, one has to remember that Star Trek was kind of at the height of its power. The 87 series was doing really well. I believe it was in its 5th season at that point. The franchise had taken a bit of a hit with Star Trek V. We'll talk about that later. Like, much later. So the emphasis was on 25th anniversary. They wanted to pass the torch to the next generation crew. How do we do it? Like I said, 89's film was not well received. So in a matter of a couple of years, they had to pull together a film to celebrate the 25th anniversary and do all of that. So in a move that was probably interesting at the time. I mean, Star Trek The Next Generation was not above dropping little hints. So as I've said, Star Trek was not above making little hints, allusions to the original series. McCoy appears in the episode Encounter at Farpoint. Oh, I have a little girl here. My Galadriel is here. So there was all of these things that were going on. The 25th anniversary was in full swing. Television. There was buzz about the 1991 film, though I do remember there being a huge backlash about not giving the original crew a proper send-off. The concern was that they were actually going to do, oddly enough, a Starfleet Academy episode, or Starfleet Academy movie. That would have been, let's just say, interesting at best. Cooler heads prevailed, thank goodness, but there was a lot of people saying, we don't want the crew recast. Like I said, coming up to 1991. November 4th and 11th, 1991, were 2 episodes of the Next Generation. I don't know if this was a first, but it certainly feels like it. An episode of a series that makes allusion to a movie and promotes the movie basically during the show, but not blatantly promotes the movie. It adds the guest star character of Leonard Nimoy to the mix. And by the way, the poll in this was, I won't say it was close, but 67% of the vote went to this episode. So here we are. In the end, the guest star, of course, Leonard Nimoy. The concern, is he a defector?
3 weeks ago, one of our most celebrated ambassadors, an advisor to Federation leaders for generations, disappeared. He left no word of his destination. 2 days ago, intelligence reports placed him on Romulus, and I assure you it was an unauthorized visit. Computer, initiate linkage between this terminal and Starbase computer system Alpha 29.
Linkage complete.
A defection?
If it is, the damage to Federation security would be immeasurable. Taken on Romulus by long-range scanner. Computer, enhance image in Section 4 Delta.
There had been, I think, kind of lead-ups to this point. Both sides had defectors, but this would have been a big one. Spock defecting would have been huge. In fact, we only get allusions to, or we only get to see Spock kind of a la Mark Hamill in The Force Awakens near the end of the first episode. And this was a 2-parter. I think it was just in the middle of the season. This was not a cliffhanger, which I think it probably would have worked as, but it wasn't a cliffhanger. So regardless of all of this, it's important to realize that how close this was all going on. The episodes were in November. Star Trek VI was released in December. So there needed to be a lot of coordination with all of this. The music here, done by Dennis McCarthy, is of particular note in the fact that it does deal with a lot of it has character themes, I guess you could say, kind of. So have a listen to a little bit of the music here, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss some things. Dennis McCarthy. I mean, could it have been anybody else to score this episode? I don't think so. He was the lead composer on the series. So in any case, and by the way, and if you have not seen the series, and if you have not seen, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there are cameos, I guess you could say they're cameos, in this series. I mean, giving away the idea that Spock was there is not, but there were other characters that came through, and I don't know, do I want to ruin it? It's been 35 years. Yeah.
Tell him to go.
Peace and long life.
Live long and live long and small and son
And prosper.
So yeah, the cameo of Sela shows up in the series as well, and there are some interesting little moments in there as well.
Excuse me, I'm just finishing up a speech. For you, Mr. Spock. I rather enjoy writing. I don't get to do it very often in this job.
Perhaps you would be happier in another job.
Please feel free to change any words that you wish. I've tried to make it sound Vulcan, a lot of unnecessarily long words. In a few hours, you will deliver this statement alongside our Senate proconsul. It will announce to the Vulcan people that a peace envoy is on its way from Romulus. We will transmit it on all Federation subspace frequencies.
Peace envoy. A stolen Vulcan ship.
Actually, 3 Vulcan ships, Captain. The Enterprise is only aware of the one we stole from Quaylor 2. We have been following their investigation. It has forced us to make some minor changes. One of them, a message sent in your name, ordering them to stay where they are.
The moment those Vulcan ships enter the neutral zone, the Enterprise will move to intercept.
In that event, the Enterprise will be given more important matters to attend to. In the meantime, Ambassador Spock will be telling his people to welcome the peace envoy. And when they do, our forces will seize control before anyone realizes what has happened.
You seriously believe that the Federation will not immediately intervene?
Of course it will. And we're fully prepared for it. But we will be there, entrenched. And it will be very difficult to get us out once we are. Reunification will become a fact of life.
I will not read this or any other statement.
If you do not, you will die. All of you will die.
Since it is logical to conclude that you will kill us in any event, I choose not to cooperate.
I hate Vulcans. I hate the logic. I hate the arrogance. Very well. Computer holographic program, Spock 1. By taking advantage of holographic sampling during the last few days, we have created a programmable Spock. Run program.
This is Ambassador Spock of Vulcan. By now, Federation sensors are tracking 3 Vulcan ships crossing the neutral zone. These ships carry the future of the Romulan and the Vulcan people. Our long conflict is finally over.
Freeze. We would have preferred an interactive Spock who could have responded to questions, but this will have to suffice.
You can hardly believe this will convince anyone.
I don't need to convince them. Just confuse them long enough to reach Vulcan. End program.
So the music here, again, done by Dennis McCarthy, is on this release here. This is a GNP Crescendo release from I believe it's 1991, maybe 1992. In any case, this here is music from the Star Trek The Next Generation series. Folks, I realize this might be a bit disjointed today. I don't want to rush to get this out, but I kind of do have to rush. So I'm going to simply say this. If you're in, first of all, like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. But also, if you're interested in the show, by all means, tune in every week, 12 to 2 a.m. on FM 98.5. And if you miss the show, which, like I said, hey, does happen, you can also find me on my website, visionsinsound.ca. Also, realize it's a tough time out there. There are things going on in the world that are sometimes heavy, and sometimes you need a helping hand. And if you are running into problems, please call 911 for immediate help. Dial or text 988 for the Suicide Crisis Helpline. 1-844-HERE-247 and HERE247.ca. They all offer ways of getting help if you or someone you know may be suffering from mental health issues. Well, folks, I'm not going to be doing a poll next week. I am going to go into directly what this episode leads into. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And for all of that, live long and prosper. Have yourself a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
You'll never get out of this building.
I disagree, Commander. After studying the design of this structure, I have determined that our best route of escape would be the underground exit to the east of this wing. I have disconnected certain security scanners to assist us. I'm afraid we cannot allow you to warn your guards.
Not bad.
For 1/4 of a century, they have thrilled us with their adventures, amazed us with their discoveries, and inspired us with their courage. Their ship has journeyed beyond imagination. Her name has become legend. Her crew, the finest ever assembled. We have traveled beside them from one corner of the galaxy to the other. They have been our guides, our protectors, and our friends. Now you are invited to join them for one last adventure. For at the end of history lies the undiscovered country. Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.